So yeah, today's first class of your demo and for UI UX, and this is a 1 month course, basically, and this is a starting with the first class is basically the general understanding of UI UX, what is UX and what is UI, and how we can elaborate it, and I will explain you with the visuals that what is the good UX and what is the good UI, so how it is elaborated. So this is your first class, and starting with your class, I'll share my screen and show you the presentation. So are you able to see my screen?
Yeah, man.
Okay. So starting with our first class, firstly basic introduction to basic UI and UX. So I will start with telling you about the full form. UX is basically user experience and UI is basically user interface. So these both terms are interrelated to each other, and these both terms are very crucial to create any type of a design or any type of a product or any type of a service. That is very crucial to have in a UI UX. So starting with the introduction, so in this visuals, I will just explain you first and then I will tell you what is this. So starting with your visuals, what is UX is a user experience. If you are having an experience, that is a UX user experience. For an example, if you are having any type of a thing in your home or any type of a application in your phone like WhatsApp, Snapchat, Instagram, when you click on it, it opens to the another screen. The experience you are having from the one screen to the another screen is the user experience. How you flows from one screen to another, or with your button style, like if you click on any button, you can open on another slide. If you click on any link, you click on another link. So that is the user experience you do have in the UX. For an example, one more I'll tell you. If you have any type of a product at your home, so when you use it, like if you switch on the button, it shows you that you have on it. When you switched off it, it shows you that it is switched off. So that is the user experience you are having, that your button is now on and your button is now off. So that is the user experience you are having. And now with the UI is just the visuals you see. For an example, any type of a color you see in your design or any type of a product or a service, or the typography you see in any design or any type of a product, the written text, that is a typography, and any type of a label, padding, what do you see by your eyes, the color, design, the text form, that is UI. So basically the things that how it works is basically the UX, and how it looks is the UI. For an example, you can see over here, this is a download button, and in this area it is having color in it, but in this area it is not having color in it, but it is having over here the color, the padding, the label on it, or the border radius, that is user interface. And the UX is basically how you can download your file, that is how you can download your file, that is user experience you do have with this download button. Or see how you can download it. You can download it as a PNG, PDF, or a doc. That is user experience you are having, that you can download your file by this icon, and you click over here, you can see the three options. So that is over the UX. So if you have any questions, you can ask me right now so that I can explain you more about UI UX.
No, ma'am, no questions.
Okay. So coming to the design thinking, I'll just explain you about design thinking. What is design? Design is basically solving the user problem. Who is the user? User is the people, those who are using that product. If I am using this laptop, so I am the user of using this laptop. I am using this phone, then I am the user of using this phone. So user is the user who uses that thing. For an example, any product, any service, any app or any website. The user who uses it, who for an example, for an e-commerce website where you can buy your own products, for an example like Amazon, Flipkart, or any type of apps you do have in your phone. When you order it from your phone, that is the user. I am a user. I am ordering the things from Flipkart, Amazon. That is the user, and I am the user. I'm using anything. So design thinking is basically about solving the problem of the user. For an example, if your user is having any type of a problem in any product, any service, anything they are having the problem with, so that is the problem they are helping with, and you just need to solve that problem. It is not like you can say that the problem should be very large or the problem should be very small. It depends. If the problem is very small, you can solve that problem. If the problem is very large, it should have very type of ideations also. So there is very major point that where you should have the small problem to be worked upon, because if you are solving any small problem, it impacts larger. That is the thing what is design. That if you are solving any problem, it will impact larger than that. And if you are solving a big problem, then it will, I think it will help you to help you, like it will assemble and it will like contradict you to the other things. So the solving of the other people problems or the user problem, that is the design thinking. How you solve the problem and how you like understand the user problem basically, that is the design thinking. So there are five processes, five steps or a process in a process of a design thinking where you need to have a holistic view. For an example, holistic view is basically you need to see a small things that are interrelated to each other. If for an example, if you are doing a user research and if you are creating an ideation is basically you are creating the ideas to solve that problem. Then if you are doing a user research and if you are creating an ideation, so it should be interlinked with each other. It should not like they are not linking with each other. For an example, if you are developing a e-commerce website or any type of a website, like software developer website, like I develop a softwares or a website, and I am developing the software developer website, but I am helping with the other e-commerce websites. So this is not that holistic view. You should have interlinked with each other, that the ideation and the empathies and everything that should be interlinked. And then this is the overall design process. What is empathize? Starting with the empathize. Empathize is basically going into the user's shoes, understanding them. See, what is empathize? The first stage of design process is to target the user audience, that how other people are thinking. If you are not empathizing with the user, you cannot solve the user problem. Empathize, see in this screen, you can see what is how to sympathize and how to empathize. They both are standing over in front of them and they are saying that okay, it's too bad, but this person is solving the problem. He have taken the bandage and putting over it. So that is the empathy that you need to have in your mind as a UI UX designer. If you are empathizing, there should be a target audience. For an example, if any product you are developing or anything you are developing, there should be a very targeted audience so that your product could sell in the market. If your product is not having the target audience, your product will never get sold in the market at a higher cost. It can sell, but at the lower cost. So there should be a target audience with the empathizing mindset you have, or a holistic view where you can see other things as well, but it should be interlinked. So that is the empathy. You start with your research with the empathize phase, where you understand the user problem, where you understand the target audience for any type of a company. Then you define the problem. In empathize, you empathize with the people, you do user research, you talk to the people, you ask them if they are getting problem or not, if they are having, what type of problem they are facing, is there any issue they are facing, or how can you solve that problem. That is the empathize. And then when you came up with the user research and you saw that this is the major problem which I can define to the user, or in your design process, so where you saw the user problem is basically, then you define it that what is the next step you will be taking off, because the research or the design or the defining phase should be consistent over it. And for that you need to keep it like the human as a center or a user as a center, because if any product is not developed as a user, or any product that is not developed like not developed as a user centric, then your product will never get sold for the market, or never will be fitted for the market. So that is the define phase, where you need to define your problem, what you have empathized or what you have researched in your empathize phase. In empathize you do two types of research, one is the primary ones and the second is the secondary ones. But firstly you do the secondary research when you start with your project. So, firstly, you do the secondary research. Like, secondary research is basically the desk research, where you do research with your laptop, with Google Gemini or Google Chat GPT or Google Sheets or any type of thing, where you do the user research firstly with the secondary ones. After defining the problem, after getting some problems in the Google or things, that how the people are really getting the problem for that product or a service, then you see that what would be the questions you will put over it, and what would be you will ask to the people, that if they are really helping that or not, if they are having a problem or not. So that is basically the defining phase, that where you get to know that what is the user problem is, what is the user pain point is, basically the major problem that they are facing. User pain point is user problem, basically the word is that. So when you see the user problem, then you define the user problem, that yes, this user is having a problem. For an example, if you are using any type of a app, like any app, Zara, H&M, if you have ever used. So if you are getting a server problem, that when you open it, it shows that server is not good. Server is not taking up to your other screen. So that is the user problem you are getting. So how would the company will solve it? When they will talk to you on the phone, when they will ask you what type of problem you are facing, just tell us. Then we can solve it. When you tell them that yeah, I cannot open this app or I cannot open this website, then they just see what is the real problem you are facing. So that is the user problem you faced, and then you defined it that yes, this user is getting the problem in their phone or in the app. So that is defining the phase. And then the ideating. When you define the problem, that what is the real problem you are having, then you start with the ideation ones, where you see what type of ideas can solve that major small problem. Any type of a problem. For an example, if you have in remote in your home, if the remote is not having a text on it, so how would you solve the user problem? You will solve always, you will be giving the text on the buttons, that yes, this is the volume button, this is the channel change button. So that is ideation you do for solving the user problem. When you solve this small user problem, it always impact larger. So the ideation phase is basically creating the ideas all over the around, searching all over the around and seeing what I can solve the user problem and how I can do that. Then prototyping, just creating the wireframes. There are two types of wireframe. First, you create low fidelity wireframes and then you create high fidelity wireframes. Low fidelity wireframes is just the paper wireframes when you create it. Just take a pen or paper when you just draw your ideas. That is the low fidelity. High fidelity wireframes is basically where you create these wireframes on the laptop, on the Figma. Figma is the basically, you can see this Figma. This is the tool where you when you need to design the wireframes. So that is the prototype ones where you start with your solution of the product. Then you test it. When you have prototyped it, when you designed it, then you test that product with the customers, that is this product solving the problem of yours or not. If that problem is not solving the problem, then you can again go to the research part. This is a iterative process. Iterative means it can be from any way, like empathize to test. Any way you can go. If you are if your product is not good and you saw that ideation is not good, you can go again to user research, you can do again the research. So that is the iterative process that you needs to see if you want to solve the user problem. So that is the test where you saw the show the people that how you have been solving the problem for the user. Then just telling about what is good and what is bad UI UX. Basically, UX and UI, from this good UX, bad UX UI, you will understand what is really a UX and what is really a UI. I'll show you that this is the example. You can see that this hello button is having the green ones. Where user mindset is basically when you have a green sign, that means the success. When you have a red signs, that means the unsuccess of anything, any payment, any product, any type of a thing. That is a green and a red sign that a user perspective is having. So when you see over it, you see that this screen is really good looking, but this screen is very like not a very good or not a bad. So this is a bad UX, that this is non-processable, but there should be a white background over here so that they can depict me that this is wrong. And over here also you can see that here is a screen, but here is a small button over here, and you just need to click over here and you just need to go over there. Firstly, when I saw this, I just need to find where is a book now button. So when it is highlighted, then this is the good UX. That this is a good user experience where it is a button over here. You can just click over it and just book it now. And here you needs to search over that where's the book now button is. So that is the good UX and this is a bad UX. Then here you can see also that open door and a closed door. Obviously, open door should be a green. So there is a red and closed door is a green. So this is confusing. So good user experience is basically creating the experience that should have the mindset with the user. So that is the UX. And then you can see that this is a good UX UI and this is a not good UX, because this is having only this screen and showing everything. But here you need to scroll the all over the screen. So that is bad UX UI and this is a good UX UI. So what for this, which is the good UX and what is the good UI? What do you think?
Second one is a good UX.
Okay, and why do you think that?
The elements placed very nice by looking, and also it is easy to in like orderly organized.
Right, exactly. So I think you have understood that what is good UX and what is good UI. So basically, this is UX and UI that I understood. So if you are having a problem, that just see that if you are having a user-friendly mobile app and you need to create a mobile app for finding nearby restaurants based on dietary preferences. So what would be the feature list you will be adding to that mobile app, that this is the app I'm giving to you and what feature do you want to add for this app?
Menu section,
Menu section? Yeah, that would be there. And
and also their preferences.
okay,
Based upon their preferences, we choose the nearby restaurants.
Yeah, sure. And also they can also see that spices preferences also, if there would be a spices preferences, that would be more greater, because for dietary preferences the people see that I should eat the less spices food. So I think that would be also a very good feature for the dietary preferences restaurants people, those who are finding for dietary preferences. So have you understood about what is good UX and what is good UI, or what is user experience, or what is user interface?
Yeah, that test part, that test section, can you please explain me a little?
Which section?
Test, testing.
Yeah, sure. I'll show you. The testing ones. When you completed with your product, like if you have created any type of a app or a design on Figma, then on from which user you have taken the user research from first step where you start with the user research, but you talk to the people, then you have to take the same product where they are saying that I am having a problem in that product. Then you take that same product, design product, you take them product to them, and you show them that is this idea is solving your problem or not. The problem you were facing in the last when we talked, so is this idea is solving your problem or not? If not solving, then you again jump to the user research, then you again do the user research and see where your design process or where your empathize or where your research was lacking. So that is the overall design test phase where you just need to show the product to the market or to the people, those who are saying you that I am having a problem in this product. That is a test phase. So have you understood, or should I explain it more?
Uh, how would we, how could we able to show the audience about the prototype? This is
Obviously,
the
you can show your
process.
prototype through your mobile app, because Figma have a Figma mirror account that is like you can mirror it to your phone if you are creating app or a website. If you are creating a website, you can take your laptop to them. You can show them that this is the design what I created, and what do you think? Is this solving the user problem? You just hand over that laptop to the user and just see how they are performing. Just give them the laptop or a phone while playing the prototype and give them. They will you just observe that is there any problem they are facing with that app, or is there any flow they are facing with their website or app. So that is the user testing.
Okay, this is done by personally.
Yeah,
Personally, we show them.
yeah, personally, to whom you have talked now when you did the user research, to whom you have talked the users, that the people same you will show them your the final product, so that you can get the insight that is this a market fit or not.
How could I? How could us know the audience of the perfect test? Few people decisions may not be right.
No, it's not like that. If you're doing a user research, for an example, you are creating a product for a fashion brand. So, what would be your target audience? Your target audience would be the Gen Zs. So, Gen Zs you can find over anywhere. You go to the mall, you see the people around you, you talk to them, you can take their Gmail ID or you can take their phone numbers so that you can contact with them. You can ask them that if your this product will get ready, will you be giving us the feedback for the major product which we will show you at the end of the project. They will always say yes. If the other people is interested in you, they will always answer your questions. If that people is not interested in you, that they will not answer your questions as well. So that is the way you find the target audience.
Okay, ma'am. Once again, can you tell me briefly about all the steps?
What?
Once again, tell me briefly about the all the steps, 5 steps.
Yeah, sure. So first step is basically the empathize, where you just need to see the target audience. If you are creating any type of a brand or a product or a service, you just need to have the target audience. When you do research, you go to the people, you understand them that what is the user problem they are facing. When you saw that user problem, you empathize it, you see that yes, the people is having really the problem. That is not like the asking them, you can also observe them, that how the person is performing for any type of a product or any type of a service. So that is the empathize phase, then define. When you saw the observation, you define the observation. That yes, I saw this problem with the user and I am defining the same problem, that yes, the user is facing this problem. Then you defined it, you do that research, you define the problem, that yes, the people really are facing this problem. Then you ideate it, then you design the test ideations, that how you can solve the user problem, the problem you observed, you defined, and now you will give the solution to that ideation, to that problem. Then you prototype it, then you prototype the design, the problem that you are face that the people is facing, you ideated it, the feature list you created on the ideation, that yes, I think this feature will solve the user problem. That feature you will apply in the design prototype, then you test it. So that is the overall design process.
Thanks.
So have you understood, or do you have any type of a question?
Understood. Can you tell me about for taking another example?
For what?
Considering any other some example, can you tell me again how we do just and research?
How to do user research?
Yeah.
I am just explaining that how to do user research is basically any example you can take, like any product you can take. If you are using your mobile phone, the Samsung ones, if you are having a problem in your phone, to whom you will consult? To whom you will consult? Like to whom to you will talk that my phone is not working properly? To whom you will consult? Tell me.
Shops, repair shop.
Obviously, you will going to the repair shop or a company. You will talk to the company that yes, I am not getting this product good. That is the problem you are facing. The user problem is basically that, where you see that I am facing the problem that my phone is not working properly. That is empathizing. If the company will not understand your problem, then what is their perspective? Then you will then obviously you will drop the phone and you will tell other 10 people that don't buy the phone for this company. Then other 10 people will tell to another people that don't buy this phone because this is not working properly. So that is the user problem you are facing. If the company is not solving, then your phone is not working properly, you talk to the company, then company will ask you what is your problem. Then they are taking your phone, they are checking it properly. That is empathizing. If they will say just give us a 2 days and after that we will get back to you, that is sympathy they are giving to you. And if they take your phone and they check it that yes, really the user is getting problem, that is empathize. Then you define the problem, then the company will define the problem. Yes, I think your motherboard is not good, your motherboard is cracked, or your screen is cracked. What is the problem in your phone? That is defining that your phone screen is cracked. Then then what is the ideation? The ideation is you need to have the new screen in your phone, or you need to have a new motherboard in your phone. That is the ideation you create. Yes, what is the solution for that problem? Then the prototype, you design again the phone, you add the new screen and the new motherboard from the company. And after that, when the phone is very good in the service or a thing, then that phone comes to you, then you test it, that is this working good, is the screen is working good or not, or is the motherboard is working properly or not. If not, then you again give to the shopkeeper or a company that it is not working good. That is the design process. Yeah, so is there any other question do you have?
No, no.
Okay, So it's all about today class, and this is all about just telling you that what type of general understanding of UI UX is, and we will be meeting in the next class from tomorrow, and there would be like telling about the design process more deeply and how to do each step deeply. So that would be more relevant and help you to understand what is UI and what is UX. So thank you for joining today's class, and we'll meet you tomorrow.